Yeah, so woke up and trying to get some stuff done before I leave. Might do just a little bit, but for now trying to get the spark plugs out and eventually, prep it for compression testing later on. So trying to do that by myself, bought a little kit. I'll show it shortly. So for now we're just trying to take out these, you know. So this is the gap tool I'll be using later to gap the spark plugs. And so compression tester. They say it had the right fitting for this, so we'll test now. You can open it and compare. So alright. And the fitting, I think this is the same as the spark plugs. Look at it. Yep, they look similar. So this is the one I have to use. That's good. That's good. Six is real. So I got this box to rest the spark plugs in, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break them loose with this, and then just use the gun after. That's all done. So all of them out. So the next step would be to gap them. I'll probably gap them inside or something, or later gap them to 0.020 inches. And so for now, just time to basically maybe put the compression tester on it, and that's all. Just put it and maybe resume later if I have time. Let's see how far I get today. So I have the fitting on, so right now I'm going to just push it in and see if it threads. See, I'm pulling, so it's caught, and I think we just have to do this hand tight. To do a compression test, you have to remove the fuses that deal with the fuel supply, so no fuel will come in, so it'll only be air, and possibly whatever fuse that's for the spark plugs or the ignition system. So yeah, and then you crank the motor a few times, and when the gauge stops at a specific pressure in psi, pound per square inch, then that's your reading. So you're looking to see if it's off for one or two cylinders. Hopefully it comes back good. So now attach the first one, I'll take out the fuses. So on here it says washer, headlight, horn, looking for fuel supply. So fuse 11 is what we're looking for. Let's see if there's anything related to spark. So you're gonna pull out fuse 11 and just lay it aside. I did have to, the normal fuse is a 7.5, but I did put in a larger fuse because I upgraded to a Walbro 450, which was a little stress to put in. So it's a stronger pump and it sucks more power, of course. But so I did just put in how I found out was the car started, then just was cranking, not starting, nothing. So I figured maybe no fuel. Then I checked the fuse. I said, let me check the fuse, and then so said so done. So yeah, This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I put in a 15 amp fuse. Upgraded from the regular 7.5. So yeah. That means if I try start it, it will not start at all. Yeah, so that's definitely 11. So this is in there tight. Connecting the gauge. I'm gonna make a section in my notes on the phone so that I can just record. So I'm going from 1 to 6. Yeah. So I got the key. Since I can convertible, I can lean over. Let's make sure these not touching anything. And plug this, so it should be good. The gauge is at 0. Let's see what happens. This is at 160. We're going to enter 160. So now we have to try do the rest. So I think, and then after we do that, then we'll look to see what the. In fact, let me look right now. What is a good M20 compression test? Good BMW. I heard that it should be good at 160, like 150 to 160, but I don't know. I'll check this later and confirm. But on to the next one. Yeah, so got the 3rd cylinder ready, and then I'll probably just record the 6 and show the results. So on to the next. Okay, almost there. So for this one, I'm going to keep the camera centered on the gauge as I crank. So what I do is I crank it, hopefully until it stops. I try to look at it. That's about like anywhere between 5 to 8 cranks, and then I turn it off and I do, like 3 to 4 more just to be sure. So here is the gauge. You can see, as close as it gets. Burst it here. You can see it turn. There's also this test at 165. So yeah, that is the second lowest. The first one was 160. So I think it's decent, but I'll see what the tuner says. See here. I hope these are good results, and we'll see what we're going on next.
Several hours later.
Just testing the little rig out.
The next day.
So we do have an issue here. Another day I figured I should have gone in for a better oil pan setup, but what we have here is an oil leak, and that oil leak is stemming from me touching the oil return line, which is at the bottom. And what I did with the oil return line was I actually touched the fitting. You see that right there? See that right there? I touched the fitting and it moved around a bit. So originally it was it has a lock nut. It's not welded, and that oil pan already had to be fixed. So I think like I might get a new oil pan and get the fitting welded before I actually change that oil pan. I hate to have to do that job again because last time I did it by myself. I didn't record anything. Maybe next time I'll record it. So, but today we're going to test fit a wheel. I got that wheel. Just got the tire put on it this morning, and let's go get it. Yeah, so it's like a bit deep dish. See my finger? It's like 3 inches deep. See? Yeah, but the other 3 are still at the shop. They didn't have the tires. They only had that one. I told them, alright, I'll take it and I'll come for the other one. So yeah, we're going to test with that today and see what's going on. Then these old wheels that we're doing away with. So I think I might jack the car up from the back just to lift it up. Maybe we might do the front. You know what? Let's try the front. Just cause. Just see if it can turn and everything. And we'll see what's going on. And I do have to clean this oil spill, but for now I'm just gonna slip the jack that way and avoid it. Switch the tire and done. So first to break the nuts. I do have a jack stand. So I have this on standby, but car is up. So now I'm gonna take out the wheel and just try put the other one, see if it turns. 1 opposite, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 of them. So now this old ass wheel coming out. Now we're going to mount this on. So yeah, let's see how it goes on. Problem is this is, you know, I haven't done the stud conversion yet, so you know. Okay, so that's that. So it's on. So now let's see if it does any rubbing. I'll turn the wheel and I'll let y'all see. We had to switch the wheel to the other side because I didn't realize rotation was off. It was supposed to be on the left side of the car. Although when I left the tire shop, they told me, yeah, this is right side. So them man, I don't know what's going on in their man head. But yeah, so I took it off. Here. Took it off and put it on the other side. I think we're good to go for that. And what's next is just to get the rest of the tires. And when I get the rest of the wheels from NTB. And when that's done, we put all of it and then work on the oil pan. And then car can be used even without upgrading the spark system yet. But yeah, might take it for a drive just to see how the tires feel. Otherwise, that'll be the last drive until I do the oil pan and then see what the spark system can do. So yeah, that's that for now.